Hi, future Yoli Canadian members. I'm excited, and I was told today that you are here to get some training and you want to know what is it that you're going to need to do to build a successful business. Well, I'm going to just take a few minutes and share this with you right now. First and foremost, I'm going to be upfront with you. It's going to take hard work. It's going to take time. It's going to take commitment, and it's going to take sacrifice. Now, if I just scared you, you probably need to be a customer, and that's totally okay, and we're going to love on you and we're going to take great care of you. But if you want to be a member and you really do want that financial transformation, you're going to need to actually work, and it's going to take all of the things that I just mentioned to make that happen. It's also going to take this. You're going to have to work harder on you than anybody else. Let's make that perfectly clear. You're going to have to get into self-development. There are right now probably with you guys some incredible top producers at Yoli, and they've been talking about self-development. You need to embrace it. You need to learn it. Again, self-development is extremely important. Your income will always equal the level of your self-development. Now, what else? Well, you also need specific skills. Just like the game of basketball, you got to know how to dribble a basketball, you got to know how to shoot a basketball before you can even play the game. And at Yoli, we have the same type of fundamentals. That's what that's called, fundamentals, right? Dribbling a ball, shooting, that's a fundamental. As a Yoli member, you've got to learn and you've got to master the fundamentals. In fact, here's what I'm going to tell you need to do with the fundamentals. You're going to want to study, do, and teach. What are these fundamentals? Well, they're really about a half a dozen things. You're going to have to learn how to make different lists. You should all have 4 different lists. You should have a list of people you've never shared Yoli with. You should have a list of your customers that you've personally sponsored, or personally enrolled. You should have a list of all the members that you've personally sponsored and or your people you've adopted. They'll share with you what that means. You should have a list of all the people that said thanks but no thanks. They're your 3s. By the way, your 3s are some of your future superstars. So you've got to make these lists. Again, it's a skill. You got to know how to make these lists, right? Now, the second thing that you're going to need to have to do, again, the second fundamental, is you got to know how to invite. You're going to have to learn how to invite. And I'm just going to tell you, lead with the need when you invite. When you call somebody, like if I was to call my mom, I would say, hey, Mom, you know how you're always stressing about losing weight? You've tried every weight loss under the sun. You've got acid reflux and these problems. Here's the key word, ready? I think I may have found a solution. Mom's like, really? What is it? I say, Yoli, a better body company. She then says to me, well, Robbie, what's that? Write this down. You need to see it the way it was presented to me. How was it presented to you? Well, we sat down, Mom, watched some videos, sampled the products. Mom, what does your schedule look like? And then I'm going to use this phrase with the people that I love and care about and that I have, and I built, I have a relationship with them. Mom, I need you to trust me. Again, the purpose of an invite is to schedule the appointment. Then number 3, you're going to do a better body party. This is extremely important. Now, at your better body party, you've got to master the 5 S's. You're going to sample the product. I recommend just giving them one of the passion packets, whether it's grape, melon, or berry, fill it in a bottle, have them drink the entire thing. I want them focused and I want them in tune. Now, if they ask any questions during this phase, do not talk. You tell them, write your questions down. We're going to watch a video. Number 1 problem new members make is they talk too much. Don't talk during this phase. Just press play and watch the video, right? Then during that, then it's time to share your story, right? Or you show the video, now you got to share your story. Make sure that you write your story down and you share it within 5 minutes. Is important. Now the next part, and this is really, really important, is what I like to call, and it's another fundamental, and it's called collecting the decision. When you're collecting the decision, you have to learn how to deal with objections. It's a skill. Don't get upset when you get beat up. People are going to say it's too expensive. People are going to say I don't have the time. I don't have the money. I need to talk to my spouse. Is this a pyramid? I need to pray about it. You need to know how to deal with that. And I don't have time in this video to give you all these skills. There's people there right now that can help you. But you got to learn the feel, felt, found, right? I know how you feel. I felt the same way. Here's what I found. You got to use use these. You got to use these. You got to learn phrases like, tell me more about that. But again, this is a skill, and it's called collecting the decision. That is an extremely important skill. Now, after we collect the decision, we got another really important skill. It's a big one. It's called follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up. Always has been. Remember those lists that you built at the very beginning? Now, I'm going to talk about the last 3 lists. I'm going to talk about your list of customers. I'm going to talk about your list of your members, and I'm going to talk about your 3s. What do you do? Well, your customers, which is extremely important. In fact, I'm going to stress to each and every one of you, if you really want to build a large business, if you owned a coffee shop, what do you want? You want lots of customers. Why do we want customers? Happy customers are going to give you referrals. Happy customers are going to be some of your best future members you ever brought on your team. Happy customers are going to be that stable volume that keeps your business strong and keeps those residual checks coming in. And you want to duplicate this with your other members. So I would highly recommend that you make it a habit of bringing on 3 new PCs every week. Now I'm just talking to you members. That's it, just the members. Customers don't have to do any of these things. You just want to help them be healthy and take care and get them on their lifetime kits. You want to turn them into lifetime customers. So you need to follow up with these customers within 24 to 48 hours. You need to make sure they know how to log into the back office. You need to know that you got to give them the phone number to customer service. You got to give them the email to customer service. You want to help and love on your customers. Give your customers BLP. What's BLP stand for? They've got to belong, they need love, and they need purpose. What's their purpose? Well, their purpose are their goals. You should be tracking their goals. You should be tracking what they want, and you should be following up with them. So that's your customers. Again, I don't have time to go into all of these skills. I just want to touch on them. The next one is going to be your members, your personally enrolled members. Remember the 80-20 rule. This is not a sponsor game. It's a duplication game. You don't have time to teach and train everybody. Can you imagine if you were swimming in a lake right now and it's 20 feet deep and there's 10 people on a dock and you're the only one that can swim and you tell all 10 of them, jump in? That's like signing up 10 members all at once. You're going to drown. They're going to drown. They're going to grab you and they're going to pull you underwater. You can only work with 2 to 3 members at a time because it's a duplication game. So follow the 80-20 rule. 80% of your time is going to be helping them build their business and teaching them these fundamentals. The other 20% of your time is going to be used doing live events, doing group conference calls, where you're going to be touching on all of them. You still need to love them. By the way, you are all going to have members that I like to call the cookie eaters. These are going to be members that love to come to the events, they love to eat the food, they love the hugs, they love the laughter, and you're just going to love on them. You're going to put them in the 20% category. Here's another rule. Don't drag anyone in this business. Don't drag anybody. And if you got someone that's complaining all the time, maybe Yoli's not for them. That's okay. Let them go. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to follow up with our existing members. We're going to find 2 to 3 that we can run with. The last fundamental, it's the most important. It's the most important fundamental is duplication. Duplication is going to be done through the fast track trainings. All right, it's through the FTTs. This is extremely important. If you want to see your business take off, you've got to duplicate. Can you imagine? Here you are, you own a coffee shop, you're bringing in customers. You help another person have a coffee shop, they don't have any customers. What are you going to do? Especially if you're getting a royalty off that. You're going to go stay at that coffee shop and you're going to show them the system. You're going to teach them the fundamentals. You're going to have members that are struggling with dealing with objections. You got to teach and you got to help them with that. You're going to have members that can't invite. You got to help and teach them how to do that. Now, so when you do a BBP with them, you're going to do help watch. Most of us have no problem doing the do. Most of us have no problem helping. We have a problem watching. You've got to get to the watch phase as soon as possible. You're the coach. How are you going to learn what they need, what they lack if you don't watch them? So you've got to get them to that phase as soon as possible. So what's your life going to look like from here on out if you want to go? Well, if you've just been listening to this, hopefully you've got some homework. Hopefully you're going to go home and you're going to make all your lists, right? Hopefully and then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go on a 30 to 60 day sprint. Everyone asks me, how do I create momentum? You create momentum by going on a sprint. What does a sprint look like? A sprint is very simple. there's three things you're going to do. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to do commit, and you're going to clear your calendar for the next 30 to 60 days. Completely clear. You're going to sit down with your significant other, you're going to sit down with your kids, and you're going to get their okay, and you're going to let them know mommy or daddy's going to be sprinting. Now, a sprint is like a sprint. You're going to get exhausted. You can't do this forever. You're going to sprint. Now, the second thing you're going to do is you're going to sacrifice. You're going to sacrifice movie night. You're going to sacrifice going out to dinner night. You're going to sacrifice bowling. You're going to sacrifice all those things that you usually do just during the sprint. You're going to rest after that, and life can go back to normal when you're done with the sprint. But during that sprint, now, the last one that's the most important is number 3, and that is you're going to take action. And what does action mean? What is the type of action you're going to be taking? You're going to be eating, sleeping, drinking. I mean, it's all the Yoli fundamentals. Eat and sleep and drink the Yoli fundamentals. So you personally, if you're brand new, you're making lists, you're inviting, you're presenting, doing BBPs, right? You're collecting decisions, or you're doing it with somebody, which obviously we want to be doing it. So again, if you're making a list or helping someone make a list, wonderful. If you're inviting people and scheduling appointments, great, and you're doing that with somebody else, teaching them, wonderful. If you're at a BBP or you're at somebody's house, and by the way, get it to their house as soon as possible. We want them duplicating. Don't do it at your home. You're helping them build their coffee shop, not yours. Do you want to be at their house doing a BBP and watching them and helping them? Wonderful. Collecting decisions, helping people collect decisions. Wonderful. Following up on lists or helping people follow up on their list. Wonderful. And then you're doing the most important, and that is fast track trainings with them, where you've seen where they need help and you're with them one-on-one, helping them. You're helping them invite, you're helping them, you're role-playing on objections, you're role-playing on inviting, you're doing the role-playing, you're helping them with their list, you're duplicating. There you have it. I'm sorry I talked really, really fast, but hopefully you've been able to take notes. The good news is this was recorded, so you can go back and watch it again. I wish all of you here in Canada much, much success. At the end of the day, it's about transforming lives. It's about loving people and helping people. Never think sell, just think help. Lead with the need. Go out and help people. Who do I want to talk to? I want to talk to my mom. I want to talk to my sister. I want to talk to my cousins. I want to talk to people that I love and I care about. Because at the end of the day, that's what it is. It's about helping people lose some weight and obtain optimal health. I want each and every one of you to go out there and build a customer base of 50 to 100 preferred customers, and then duplicate that and teach everyone how to do that. If you do these things, and if you go out and transform all of these lives, you will then get to experience the financial transformation. So again, apply the Yoli fundamentals, teach the Yoli fundamentals, and go on that 30 to 60 day sprint. I love each and every one of you guys. I can't wait to meet you in person. God bless.
Thank you.